Hey guys, I'm here with a review of Birthday Cake from HomeWorx by Harry Slatkin. This one here was a candle that I burned. If you saw my first impressions video when I received it from HomeWorx, it has all the birthday cake candles all the way around, and then it had the silver lid. It was white wax, HomeWorx. Bird time is 18 hours, and I'm sorry, the size is 18 ounces. The bird time is 30 to 55 hours. And the scent notes were vanilla cake, whipped cream, caramelized sugars, and happy wishes. This candle was so good. I loved this candle. Like, I can't even tell you how much I love this candle. It was amazing. One of the best birthday cake candles I've ever had in my life. So this candle is exactly what it says. It's birthday cake. You get the cake note, I got mostly cake note and vanilla icing. Like buttercream, vanilla icing. Yeah, that's what you get. You get all that. The whipped cream, it says whipped cream. I mean, it could be like a whipped cream, like a whipped frosting, but then it really also has like a buttercream frosting note too. It's kind of a mixture of both those a little bit. And definitely the vanilla cake. It's like a vanilla cake or white cake, kind of like a sheet cake, or like even like a wedding cake, layers of a wedding cake. Caramelized sugars, yeah, you get that in there as well. It's sugary, it's cakey. The cake and the frosting are just the main notes. It's just so good. You really get both of those. It's not just like just frosting. It's not just total bakery cake. It's both of those, and it's so good. It's just, I can't rave enough about this one. I loved it, loved it, loved it. So, I love the scent. The burn, that is the only problem with this candle that I had a little bit of problems with. It was perfect to the halfway point. The flames were high, just like HomeWorx always are, but then it did get a little bit of smaller flames. I know there's been a lot of talk about the smaller flames with some of these new HomeWorx. I had quite a few on some of the ones I've tried out so far that have gotten small flames. This one got small flames too. This one got pretty small. This one pretty much got full-on puny wick syndrome. The flames, it would pull out all the way. The flames were high when I first lit it. Had no problems until the halfway point. The halfway point, I think it was right around the halfway point. When I lit it, the flames were high at first, and then I had it going for a few hours, and then all of a sudden the flames were pretty small. When I checked it, came in the room, it was like, wow, the flames got a lot smaller. Then the next time I burned it, it started out high on each burn, and then would pull out all the way. No problems pulling out. But then once it was pulled out, after a while, the flames would just gradually get really small. After the halfway point, there was one time I checked it, they were really, really super puny. I mean, just barely lit. So I ended up dabbing a cotton ball in there and cotton balled it, absorbed some of the wax, relit it, flames got higher, and it did better. I will say though, it was throwing really good. When the flames were small and even puny, I could still smell it. It was throwing well. But when I cotton balled it and got those flames up, it got hotter and it threw even better. Because in my experience, that happens because when the flames are puny, it doesn't get that hot. It can be even pulled out, but when the flames are puny, it's not that hot. You can literally pick up the candle by the top when the flames are puny, even if it's pulled out of the way, because it's not producing that much heat. Even though it's pulled out, it doesn't get that hot. But once you cotton ball it, the flames get higher and it's still pulled out. It gets hotter. You can't pick it up with the top like that because it's too hot. Therefore, that just shows you that when the flames are puny, even though it's pulled out, and you can smell it, it's not throwing out as much as it is as when the flames are a little bit higher. It gets even hotter, you can't touch it. It throws even more because it's just getting that much more hotter, and it's just throwing that scent out there really, really good. That's just how I've experienced it. So that's why I do prefer to cotton ball it, because I feel like I can even get the fullest extent of the scent throw if I get the flames higher and it gets even hotter. So I'm not for sure exactly why these HomeWorx are doing that. I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something? Because some other people haven't been having any problems with theirs, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But I haven't been doing anything different than what I did with the 3 wicks this spring, and those were fine. So I've been burning them all the same places, not unless it's just something in the summertime. I don't even know, but I've tried some earlier and I had the air on and they were fine. So I don't really think that has anything to do with it. I just think it's because the wicks are a little bit smaller than the 3 wicks were, but they're not as small as like the farm stand, the fruit basket collection. Those are super small, but they are a little bit smaller than what they were when they had the 3 wicks. So I don't know if it's because they're different wicks, they're not able to keep that flame as high once it gets to the halfway point, or if it's just because it's just pulling out so much so fast that it's starting to drown the wicks. I don't know what it is, but I just know Harry will work on that, because he likes for us to give our constructive criticism. I'm not going to sit here and bash his candle, say, oh my god, it was awful, it's terrible, it was crap candle, don't buy it. Yes, I know we pay a lot for these candles. People spend a lot of money on these candles and they don't want the burn to be a lot of people expect the burn to be perfectly good because they're paying more for these candles, which I agree. I mean, Bath & Body Works candles, we pay for what, like $9 to $10 when they're on sale, and we all know Bath & Body Works candles usually get puny wick syndrome. But that gets people feel you're only paying $9 to $10, so that's not that bad, as opposed to these when you're paying like, you know, close to $20 for each candle. They are bigger though, so you're gonna pay more than you are for a Bath & Body Works candle. I agree, they should burn good. But like I said, Harry is really good with feedback with people, and I know he's probably gonna work on that problem. And as opposed to Bath & Body Works, which they've known about that puny wick syndrome for years now, and they've done nothing to address it or even try to fix it. But I really think Harry will work on that, and I think within the next few months, when he starts making more candles with 4 wicks, they'll get the issue resolved, and hopefully the flames won't get so small. But having said that, this candle I totally recommend. The throw was amazing. I'd say probably like 8 to a 9. It was probably about like an 8 when the wicks were smaller. When I cotton balled it and it got stronger, it was close to like 8.5 to 9. It was amazing. I could smell it. Lingered all the way out into the hallway and back here in the bedroom. When I had it in the bedroom, it lingered out into the living room. It just filled the whole house. I could smell it as soon as I lit it. I loved it. I loved it. Even with that burn of the small flames, I would recommend this. I would totally buy this candle myself. I would buy multiples because I just loved it that much. It was so good. So good. And I still 100% recommend this candle, even though the burn wasn't 100% perfect. So yes, that is my review of Birthday Cake from HomeWorx by Harry Slatkin. Definitely a good one. I loved it. Thanks for watching. I will talk to y'all in our next video. Bye.